There are only a few genuine classics in the auto industry that are affordable anyway, and this is one of them. Let's see what the 7th generation feels like and how it carries its legacy. As we drive the 2015 VW GTI, this one's an SE trim, with a manual, by the way. Check the tech.
First of all, a Golf is still a Golf. One of the most reliable formulas in the business is still basically the same formula. It's a little longer, it's a little wider than the last generation, but almost trivially. The big giveaway for the spotter is the hood. The face of the current Golf has got this lower, sloping down snout. Going along with that are new headlights and taillights. Beyond that, the packaging is very familiar. Now, I may not like every VW car, but I think I like every VW cabin. They just punch above their price class in terms of kind of a nice mature style, solid materials. Now, we have the lesser of two head units, a 5.8-inch display radio. A larger nav unit, 8-inch, in a package is available, but to be honest, I don't think it holds a lot of delights. VW is just not cool when it comes to doing great head units. Even on this one, look at that crappy dot pitch of that display. You've got some nice, well thought out helper hard keys around it. Your media choices are pretty good. It's not a class leader in terms of apps, for example. If you're going to play an app, it's going to be just the audio coming off your phone. Instead, what you've got is a CD player over here where you can't reach it in the glove box. SD card slot there as well, because, you know, everyone loves that. Here's your multi-device interface down there in the binnacle. I hate these things. You got a custom port that has to go to a VW or Audi cable that then goes to your device. Just give me USB. And of course, we have Bluetooth streaming. That's going to be your saving grace along with your radio choices. Rear camera is optional on these cars. The base cars do not have it. Bear that in mind. Ditto for park distance sensors. That's another option package it's part of. Sunroof, keyless access, those are also part of option packages. And your audio can get bumped up, and I mean bumped, to Fender audio, which to me just sounds like more speakers with a massive subwoofer you can easily use to overdrive everything else. So keep it around the middle. Okay, under the hood, one engine choice on a GTI. You've got a 2-liter side saddle inline turbo 4. 2 gearboxes are available though, 6-speed manual, thank you, or a 6-speed DSG. It's their dual clutch transmission. Front wheel drive, 210 horsepower, or 220 if you get a special performance package that basically hots up the software. In both cases though, 258 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 is in the low 6s for this car. Now, if you want all-wheel drive, not available here. Interestingly, you get slightly better mileage with the manual. That isn't usually the case these days. 25-34 if you have a clutch. 25-33 if you get the DSG gearbox. And this engine wants premium, by the way.
Now, first of all, you got to get used to a couple things before you even get going in this car. I'm not crazy about the clutch. It's one of those really light ones. Never been a fan, but that is a little easier to commute in, and you may like that feel. The power comes on in a spoolie fashion, like this. Nice little growl you get out of this engine. And yet at idle, it's dead silent and silky smooth. The driving ergonomics are quite nice on these vehicles, at least I think so. Plenty of headroom, by the way, even if you're tall. And as I mentioned earlier, a nice sturdy build quality in here. There's an adaptive suspension available for the GTI. We don't have it, and I don't miss it. I like the way this car handles.
Now, the least you can get into a GTI 4 is about 25.6. That's going to be a 2-door. It's going to be a manual transmission car, no rear camera, no nav, no sunroof. Pretty bare bones, but you're getting the DNA. Add $600 for a 4-door, $1,100 for the dual clutch transmission. The performance package that gets you more horsepower, limited slip, and bigger brakes is $1,495. Driver assist is also pretty limited. Park sensors and forward collision warning for $700. I can take or leave it. Adaptive suspension, can't comment on it because we don't have it, but it's $800 and it requires that previous performance package. The key is the SE trim level for sunroof, keyless, rear cam, automatic lights, the Fender audio. Unfortunately, you're going to lose the cool plaid cloth. Autobahn for $1,700 is only on 4 doors, by the way. It also brings you power seat for the driver and automatic temperature control. Your $26,000 GTI can rather easily become a $35,000 GTI if you do it all up CNET style. Still a couple grand shy of the entry point for a Golf R, though, so they maintain some separation there. And for most people, this is enough. Great everyday driver and ready for spirited driving when you are.